What is up, my friends? You are welcome along to Thursday evening's Anfield Agenda transfer news roundup. I'm going to give you the very latest regarding incomings and outgoings with this window in mind, and of course the summer window as well. So once you've watched the video, we'd love to know your thoughts. Do let us know in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoy it, and we'd love you to hit that subscribe button. Going to start off, because I have a lot to get through, with a bit of loan interest in Jaden Dans. Reported today that Jaden Dans is of interest to Stoke City, and they're the latest club to join the race for his signature this month. It does look as if Liverpool will be sending young Dans out on loan. Totally understand the thought processes behind it. He needs to get minutes in his legs, and of course he needs to keep putting the ball in the back of the net. So keep an eye on this one, but it does look as if Stoke City are the latest club from the Championship that have declared an interest in young Dans. Right, ladies and gentlemen, next up, we move on to left back, and you can find this on the Anfield Agenda X account. So, according to James Pearce of The Athletic, upgrading at left back is high on Liverpool's to-do list, but it would be a huge surprise, according to Mr. Pearce, if they decided to have 3 senior left backs in the squad for the rest of the campaign. Well, that's really breaking stuff, that is, isn't it? Imagine the shock I faced when I realised that Liverpool didn't want to have 3 left backs in the squad. But here's the thing that's most important, I guess. It isn't a matter of how many we have. It's a matter of having one that the manager thinks he can rely upon. And this season, you know, nobody wants to say anything negative about Robbo because he's been an incredible servant to the club. We all love him. But he has fallen off a bit, and Costas, in my opinion, and many others, has never really been that guy. So let's see what Liverpool do here, but there's still time in this market to maybe move one of these guys on and bring somebody in. But it's no surprise to many of us to hear that left back is, of course, a big priority for the Reds. Now, this one's come up a couple of times. I think this comes from ESPN as well. Said Liverpool have shown interest in Brentford forward Bryan Mbeumo, who was valued at around £60 million. And I have to be honest, when I've thought about Bryan Mbeumo, because this has gone back a while, I go back and forth, but I can understand the rationale behind the link. He's a really hard-working player. I think he's about 24 years of age, if my memory's right. Premier League tried and tested, and I could see him in our system. He isn't the sexiest name you're ever going to hear. He's not somebody who probably excite you as much when you see the link. But I got to be honest, if Bryan Mbeumo came to Liverpool, I don't think I'd be all that upset about it. In fact, I'd probably be behind him because I like his work rate. I think he'd leave it all out there on the pitch, and yeah, I wouldn't be against it. So I want to know what you guys think. Not sure on the valuation at £60 million. You do always expect to pay a little bit more when you're doing Premier League to Premier League move, but we're going to see him again this weekend, of course, because the Reds take on Brentford on Saturday at 3 p.m. But what are you saying? Bryan Mbeumo, folks, 60 million quid in the chat. Let me know, yes or no, would you take him at Liverpool Football Club? Now, one of the big stories of the day comes from Christian Falk, and he said that Alphonso Davies and his agent will meet with Munich tomorrow, as there's still no agreement over a new deal with Bayern Munich. His agent Nick Hauser wants to make meetings with several clubs, and one of these clubs is Liverpool, according to Christian Falk. Now, nobody's going to sit here and say to you that you wouldn't take Alphonso Davies in the team. I absolutely would take Alphonso Davies, and I'm sure that most of you guys and girls watching would as well. But it's the wages. Do we think that Liverpool are going to stump up upwards of 300 grand a week, which is probably the number that he's going to be looking for? At least that's what's being reported as a minimum. So that's what always put me off this deal. If Liverpool wanted to do it, I don't think you'd find too many Liverpool fans who'd be against the idea. But it's just not a very FSG, Richard Hughes, Michael Ed. Well, actually, we don't know much about Richard Hughes, but a Michael Edwards and FSG, it's not really one of their types of signings, is it? Yes, it would be technically a free transfer, so you would be saving money there, which you could offset, I guess, against the high wages, but I just don't know how realistic it is. I just think our name's being used here to try and drum up interest, but I'd be very interested to know what you guys think about it, and I'd certainly be interested to know if Liverpool do indeed hold a meeting with Alphonso Davies' agent. So, the big breaking story that we brought you guys yesterday and said I think you should be concerned about this when Mr. Turkey Al-Sheikh posted the image of Mohamed Salah in an Al-HILAL kit with a couple of emojis. We did say, don't know what to make of it. Well, now we do. Now it looks as if Al-HILAL are ready to offer Mohamed Salah massive money and a highly lucrative contract if he does want to leave Europe and indeed wants to leave Liverpool Football Club. Now, you're going to see this report contrasting with reports from Liverpool journalists to say that Mohamed Salah wants to stay at Liverpool. You're going to hear reports to say that Liverpool are confident that Mohamed Salah will stay. But there's one key report today that puts out a thing that said the contract offer still remains on the table from Liverpool to Mohamed Salah. And that makes me think, again, he's been lowballed. Because if the contract offer's there and he's looking towards it and he's liking what he's seeing, I don't think you're seeing the stuff getting leaked about Al-HILAL. So for me, this just is again another play to say he's not happy with the offer that's on the table, because he would have signed it by now if he was happy. So I don't understand how Liverpool think fans are going to buy this one. Contract offer's on the table, it remains on the table, but yet it hasn't been signed. Well, clearly he doesn't want that contract offer then, because it must be one that he feels is beneath what he should be worth. I don't know what the offer is. I don't know what Mohamed Salah wants, but I do know and smell you know what when I see it. So I don't believe that this one's close yet, but I do believe Liverpool want him to stay, and I think they're reliant upon Mo dropping his numbers. It's again just feels very disrespectful to me, the whole thing, and very vague and very much a case for people playing for hearts and minds and trying to win the narrative of this battle. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know Liverpool fans are fed up of it, and I say that not towards Mohamed Salah. I say that for the club dragging this out. Liverpool fans just want these contracts sorted. It's embarrassing how long it's gone on. But again, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. As I said here, Ben Jacobs saying Liverpool's still optimistic Salah will stay and the contract offer remains on the table. Now here's the last story that I'm going to cover, but it's the one that makes me the most angry. Liverpool News and the Mirror report that Liverpool have money to spend after making a profit in the summer transfer window, but they cannot complete the quality of deals they would want. Let that sit for a second. Cannot complete the quality of deals. So now we have money, but we just can't find the players again. Do these people think we're idiots? Honestly, it's getting embarrassing at this point. We have money now, but sure, there's no players there. And then when the players are there, we don't have the money, we don't want to pay for them. And then when the generational talent of the young players come along, they're asking for too much. Just get signings done. Just stop briefing the media. And the fact they say we have money after making a profit in the last summer transfer window is embarrassing in itself, because we have money full stop should be the end of that conversation. So how is it that other clubs can go out there and get business done, but Liverpool just can't find players? We're not going to buy it. Stop trying to take us like idiots. Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, FSG, do your jobs, make the signings, get the contract sorted out, and stop risking the season, because it is nothing short of embarrassing. And the last bit is that according to the Mirror again, and we reported this on Anfield Agenda's X account, Arne Slot is not convinced by Jarell Quansah, and that's as per the Daily Mirror. So if he's not convinced with Quansah and Gomez is injured, we have two centre-backs at the club that we can utilise right now, which are going to be ran into the ground and most likely injured if we continue on this path of trying to lie and say that we've enough cover in the squad when we clearly don't. So this could be Quansah, the manager doesn't rate, Elliott, the manager doesn't rate, and Chiesa, the manager doesn't rate. All taking up squad places, all taking up wages. And I'm not saying I don't rate them. This isn't about what I like or what you like. This is about the manager carrying players through a squad that he doesn't rate, and then those above him not selling them or replacing them. The whole thing just doesn't add up. So that's all I've got to say for now, folks. But of course I'll be live tonight. Probably going to go at 9 o'clock tonight for the late night agenda. Let the first half of the United game get out of the way, and then we'll take it from there. Hope to see you for that one. There will be a preview coming out at 6:30 as well for the Brentford game. But I'll catch up with you guys later. Much love.